Without this one thing, nothing else really falls into place. So mindset is the biggest aspect when it comes to your nutrition, your weight loss, your fat loss journey, but also with pretty much everything else when you want success in your life. So one of the things that I have created in here, the TET Method, which stands for Train, Eat, and Think, incorporates training, incorporates eating, which is nutrition, and incorporates thinking, which is your mindset. Now, I put mindset last because it carries the other two. Now, you can train like an absolute beast, eat pretty well, or even eat really well, but if your mindset isn't in the game, you're not going to get to that point where you want to get to, whatever your goal may be, whether it might be putting on size, building muscle, or if your goal is to lose fat. Either way, you have to be disciplined. You have to have the right mindset. You have to be in that sort of aspect of your life where you said to yourself, I have chosen, there are two paths. I'm going to choose the right path and I'm going to stick to that one path. If you are on two paths or you're undecided, you will always be stuck in that same position. So when it comes to think, it is vital that you prepare yourself and build that momentum day after day, week after week. It's consistency. It's programming in your mind and your body to understand what you want. So when it comes to training, when it comes to eating, and when it comes to thinking, the TET Method, if you've been following my socials and if you've jumped to my website, the Infinity Coach website, you'll see that I have 3 animals all aligned with one of those methods. They are all methods. So training, I've got the lion that's sort of adapted into the training method. And why the lion? The lion is relentless. The lion is vicious. The lion just wants to go. So the lion is our training aspect where we've got to give it everything we've got. We have to be thinking failure. We have to be thinking strong. We have to be thinking when we're in there, we're making the most of it. And that's that lion aspect of it. The nutrition part, I have coupled that with the eagle. And why the eagle? The eagle is very precise. He has unbelievable vision and he is very precise. And that's what nutrition needs to be precise. You can't just guess what you're eating. You can't just predict what you're eating. You need to be thinking, I'm going to be precise with my calories. I'm going to weigh my calories. I'm going to have my macros and my calories for the week dialed in. I know what I need to do this week and I'm going to do that. And it's really important that you find consistency. And eagle is very consistent in what it does. It just does the same thing over and over again. It is precise and it is consistent. And that's what your nutrition needs to be. Now, the third element is think. Sorry, not train. Train is number 1. Think is number 3. And the wolf represents think perfectly. The mindset of a wolf is something totally different. I've heard this analogy before. You'll never see a wolf in a zoo. You'll never see a wolf, maybe in a zoo, but in a circus. It won't be trained. A wolf has its own mindset. It is very disciplined. It knows what it needs to do. It looks after its family, it looks after itself, and it does what it needs to do to be in that perfect mindset. It is just driven. A wolf is really driven. So if you look into the wolf and the mentality of a wolf, it is exactly what the mindset of what I'm trying to create over here. So there's a couple of ways that I look at it. And when it comes to mindset, it's something you have to train, just like your body. You have to keep doing it consistently until it becomes a part of you, becomes you. Perfect example of that is waking up in the morning, telling yourself, I'm not going to hit that snooze button. I am going to get up, even maybe before your alarm hits that snooze, that beeper. If you have got 3 alarms set and you're used to pressing snooze, give yourself that challenge of this week, at least once, wake up straight after snooze. And the next week it is twice. And the week after that, 3. What you're trying to do is break habits and create new habits. So breaking the old habits, you can't just do it cold turkey. It never works that way. Most people who try something cold turkey always fail because they get to the point where their addictions or they're screaming or their head is just hurting so much. Our number 1 way of doing this is slowly taking away things and bringing in new things. So it takes about 21 days, they say, to create a new habit or to get rid of an old habit. It takes about 21 days. So if you can start consistently building towards something and taking something away. So this might be here right now. Your bad habits might be here. So you might be snoozing every day and missing class and saying, oh, I'm happy to be laying in bed and not going out to train. And this part of you is over here. It doesn't exist. Now, if you start implementing this once a week, getting up early, this one starts shortening. This one gets better. And all of a sudden, this one disappears and this one is you. And that's what mindset is. Mindset is changing where you were and creating a new purpose. And that's probably the most important aspect of mindset, is having your purpose. Without a purpose, you're not going to get up and press that snooze button. Without a purpose, you're not going to get up and go and train at 5 o'clock in the morning. Without a purpose, you're not going to eat what you need to be eating every single day and on repeat. If you've got a purpose and a goal, you will find that part of you very easily. Guys, this is number one video of a few that are coming out about my TET method: train, eat, and think. I'm going to keep evolving through it. I'm going to keep sort of having the analogy of the lion, the eagle, and the wolf. Today was just a little insight into what mindset is. I am going to be teaching you guys, or teaching you, how to implement things daily and try and get your life in a better situation. The goal is to be better each and every day, 1%, little bit at a time, better each and every day. Infinity Coach out.